Hello and welcome to today's Facecast. We know all about Jesus, don't we? Well, we know quite a bit about him. We know that this is true of him. He was pierced for our transgressions. It's referring to the holes in his hands or his wrists as he was nailed to the cross. He was pierced for our transgressions. He was crushed for our iniquities, the things that we do wrong. The punishment that brought us peace was upon him. He took that punishment upon himself on the cross. And by his wounds, we are healed. It's because of what he does for us on the cross that we can receive healing and restoration in our lives. Not just physical healing, spiritual healing also, and most importantly, that we can be healed in our relationship with God our Father because of what Jesus has done. Seems quite straightforward, doesn't it? We've got all that. Interestingly, though, some of you will know, but some not, the words that I've just read are not written in the Gospel. They're not written in the New Testament by people who had followed from Jesus and are reporting what happened to him. These words, and I'll read them again. He was pierced for our transgressions. He was crushed for our iniquities. The punishment brought us peace was upon him, and by his wounds we are healed. This was written by somebody in the Old Testament, by the prophet Isaiah. The prophet Isaiah lived 600 years before Jesus. 600 years. Can you imagine that? Writing this in the past tense as well. He was pierced for he was crushed for our iniquities. The punishment that brings us peace was upon him. It's all in the past tense as if it's already happened. And yet, this is written 600 years before it happens. So it's a prophecy. That's what Isaiah is, a prophet. He is foretelling the future, not just to say, I know what happens, but to alert people as to what's going to happen. And the whole point of Isaiah saying this is that watch out, because one is coming who will put right the things that are wrong in this world today. He will give us an opportunity to live our lives in keeping with God's ways for us and in keeping in our lives. Just try and grasp that for a moment, 600 years before. Would we take note of something today that was written in 1421? 600 years ago. 1420, what was written in 1420? I can't think of anything that from that era. You're barely out of the Dark Ages. I mean, it's so far in the past. It's so distant from where we are today. And yet, Isaiah was writing 600 years before the time of Jesus, prophesying that he, Jesus, would come and would do these things. That's a remarkable thing, isn't it? What's even more remarkable is that the Old Testament is littered with such prophecies. There are dozens and dozens of them, all pointing towards Jesus, telling us that he would be coming, that he would be a king, that he would be born lowly and poor, that he would be all the things that we now understand him to be. That's incredible, isn't it? To think that the Old Testament tells us all about something that's going to happen, and then it happens, and the Gospels tell us what happened, and the New Testament is as a result of what happened. The new church is born. You know, the Word of God really is remarkable, amazing, fantastic, and really rather good. Enjoy it. Bye for now.